Hello. Do you hear me? Okay, I will be waiting. Hi. I will be waiting a little and then I will start to tell you about the topic. And I decided to speak about these things because I think it's really important. So this question asked me one girl. So yes, and I had no time before to talk about this, but yes, I think now is the time. And full moon life. Okay, so I will start. And the first question was how to deal with our self-confidence. So this is really important question, and I told about this a little on my previous live, but anyway, we can speak about this a lot of time. So for me, self-confidence, this is the thing that at first, the parents in your childhood should do this, but sometimes we have know this experience, so we should to grow this feeling inside of us by ourselves. And of course, I didn't have self-confidence all time from the beginning of my dance journey, for example. And I have like some tips to grow this feeling in yourself. And the first thing is to surround yourself with the people that can support you, and this is really important. And for example, if you dance, the girls who are dancing with you in group can do this, and it's always not always okay but for example, in my classes it's always really friendly atmosphere, and it's it's really important to feel the support of other people, of other dancers in the same group. Okay, and for example, what I did to grow this self-confidence in myself, of course, it was dancing, for sure. And for example, for me, it was like the first time when I signed up for the classes. And then it was like learning choreography or attend the performance project on the festival or attend workshops on the festival. And I remember one time I attended the workshop. I think it was the workshop from Violet Scrap, and it was so uncomfortable for me because her style is unique, but for me it was absolutely different from tribal fusion than I usually technique I use in my dance. And it was really great workshop, but we improvised. It was so scary for me, but I did this. And after this, my self-confidence grown. So this is like the example of this. And for example, when you go on to the stage and when you perform for the audience, and especially for me, when I perform for my friends and for my husband, for example, for me, it's much more difficult than when I perform for the audience. So yes, and I want to say that you should find things that will help you to grow your self-confidence. And for example, it's not only about the dance, of course. For some people it could be, for example, talking with a stranger on the street. Why not? Or maybe if you go to the restaurant and you have the other dish that you ordered before and you should set about this. So this is different things in our usual life. So you should find these things and do this all time. And after this you will be more self-confident. So yes, these things that boost your self-confidence. Okay, I think this is all. Oh yes, and about classes again, dance classes, you should find your teacher. This is really important because, for my opinion, good teacher will always support you with your dancing, with your technique. I mean, the good teacher will always tell you what you should do to grow your technique, to grow your experience, and, for example, emotions on your dance. So, yes, this is really important. How I could forget about this. Okay, and the next question. Let me check. Oh yes, and I want to add for about self-confidence. So, for example, for me, really good thing is, for example, photo shoot or filming my dance. And after the process, not only after the result of this, I feel much more beautiful and inspired than previously. So yes, this is one more important thing. Okay, and the next question: how do you deal with stress? So this thing about stress is, for me, is very similar to not the similar to self-confidence, but the process, because stress surrounds us all time, and especially in nowadays. But at the same time, we have a lot of things we can do to reduce the stress, but we don't do this. So, and human nature is really difficult thing, and for us is much more easy to tense up than to relax. And the important to have the proper balance between, for example, work and relaxing. So let me check. I want to say about yes. So the balance between work and relaxing. This is a really important thing for our not only emotional but physical condition. And the same principle I teach on my tribal fusion classes, because we have the same things in technique. Because, for example, you should contract your muscles and release the others at the same time. And only this way you will have, for example, the big amplitude. And, oh my God, I see the students from Minsk. Oh, thank you, girls. I will cry now. I miss you so much. Ooh. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so about tribal fusion technique. So this is really important thing you should understand to have the big amplitude, for example, in your movements. So the same principle you should use in your usual life for this balance between your work and between your relaxing. And oh my god. Okay, I will tell you about my tips for my tips that help me to relax in my usual life. So this is not dancing. sometimes yes, but not all time, because for me dancing is more about working now. But I love my work, you know. So, for example, this is really good sleeping, and for example, walks and travelings. I love to travel, and for example, reading. And I need to pay more attention on this now, because I have no time at all for reading, and I really miss this. Then listening to music. I really love to listen to music and to be in the nature, for example, forests or maybe park. And of course, I really love the sea. So nature at all. I really love nature. And of course, meeting with friends and watching the movie, for example. So I have a lot of things that helps me to return myself to myself. And sometimes you don't need to spend a lot of time on this, because, for example, for me, sometimes, not now, because now it's a little bit cold, but for example, in summer, I can take my coffee and go to the balcony and just for 5 minutes just listen the singing of birds, and it's enough for me to relax and to reload. So my advice just to find the things you can use for this relaxing and reloading in usual life, and just sign them, and sometimes look at them, and for example to understand, okay, I can do this now. And about the balance, one more time, about the balance, that is always you should balance your work and these things, because, for example, when you are working for maybe for 3 hours, and you should just do pause and do something for yourself to return yourself to yourself, and after this you can go work again. So just trust me. Because I really love my work, and I'm doing a lot of things to grow as a teacher, as a dancer, and sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes it took a lot of time to do, and I should do a lot of things in one time. So these pauses are really important, because after this you will feel yourself much more better. Only 5 minutes, sometimes it's enough. Okay, so the next and the last. How to be sure about what we dance? And this is really interesting question, because I have something to tell you about this. I want to say that at first you should understand what makes you unique, and you should accept it. Because you should understand the things you want to share with your audience. Not audience, with this word. And you should understand what you want to tell. What do you want to share? Yeah, okay. So, I had one period in my life when for me it seemed that I chose the wrong way, and it seemed for me that people don't like dark tribal fusion at all, and it is not interesting for them. And I started to thinking about how I can switch my dark tribal fusion style to more usual. And I did some steps for this. So, but of course, I felt that there's something wrong with it, because inside of me, I understood that I want to share my dark tribal fusion style. I want to share my creatures that lives inside of me. So I want to tell that I danced a lot of years American tribal style, and this is not about dark. Sometimes, yes. For example, I have my lovely friend from Magenta J, and she is dancing American tribal style, Chance belly dance style in dark way, and we created a lot of amazing duets together. So this is one, but this is only one small side of this. As usual, American tribal style is more about something light, yes? And also I danced a lot of different styles of tribal fusion. For example, Balkanic tribal fusion, and I really enjoyed these performances. But for me, more natural dark tribal fusion style, and of course some neutral characters, for example but okay, I don't think this is really light, but anyway, it's more neutral. For example, my dance Reincarnatia, I love it so much. So I have different sides of my personality, and I can share different sides of it, because I'm a human, and of course I have different emotions, and I can be happy too. And I can smile, as you see. But anyway, I want to create more dark characters. For me, it's more interesting. So after I did analysis of this, and I understood that okay, it's not okay for me to create something more usual and be like universe dancer, tribal fusion dancer. And then only after this, when I understood that my soul lies to dark tribal fusion style, I started to grow my uniqueness in tribal fusion, and I saturated my universe with different characters, because, as I said, for me it was more natural. So yes, and yes, and after this decision, I just breathe in and breathe out, because yes, I understood that okay, this is my way, and I want to share this way for my audience. So you should just release your power, you release your uniqueness, and don't try to adapt yourself to others. So this is my idea, and it helps me a lot with my path in tribal fusion. And after this, after you will understand this, you will have no doubts about your dance, about what you should to translate to your audience, and about what you should to dance. So this is the answer. Okay, so let me check. Maybe you wrote me something, some questions. Okay, so I don't see something else about this topic. So thank you so much for being here with me in this full moon life. And see you again soon. Bye.